turn around, run full speed, and dive through the mirrored window behind him. Boy, chummers, before we get started, if you enjoy our content, do us a favor and give it a like if you're on YouTube, or rate the episode if you're listening on audio. These interactions go a long way at helping us reach new people who might be interested in Shadowrun. We are trying to hit our goal of 1,000 subscribers on YouTube this season, and we can't do it without your help. Okay, into the recap of last session. Let me think. We had some astral combat going on. There was a save that needed to happen to make sure that Amaging didn't get forever lost in the astral sea fighting whatever the frightening thing was. And on top of that, we find out that maybe Otto still has a little bit of residual magic left in him. We'll have to see where that goes and how that plays out. But tonight, we're joining Bear and Spider for a lovely, lovely dinner evening out. I know everybody's so excited and has been waiting for this delicious dinner.
It's just a romantic dinner, nothing else.
Yes, clearly nothing is going to happen.
This is your rom-com episode, everybody.
Anyway, so before we get started, a quick word from our sponsor. Drive-Thru RPG. Whatever game you play around your table, Drive-Thru RPG has you covered. Core books for every tabletop RPG system you've heard of, and a bunch you probably haven't, can be found, as well as modules, supplements, and other items you might need for your adventures. Just use our affiliate code found in the episode description by dropping it into your browser before you check out, and you can not only get the products you need to make your adventures great, but you can help support us while you do it, and we greatly appreciate that, you guys. So let's dive into everything. Last time that we were with you guys, you had gotten the phone call. You had gone back to your apartment that you had abandoned a while ago, thanks to Otto. You got notification in your mailbox, yay, snail mail, that you were being sought for a rare item, and you've called and made a meet, and you've been invited to dinner to discuss terms of whatever deal this is.
And I think we were actually in the car on the way there, correct?
I believe so. You did pack up your stuff.
I would like to just send a quick message to Korgath and let him know where we're going to be. And if we don't check in, here's my location. Come save us if we don't check in an hour.
Here's where we're going. If you don't hear anything, help. Got it.
I might need to. What? Where are we meeting? Like, what's the dress code for this place?
Are you matrix searching the restaurant before you go?
Yes, I am.
Well, it has fantastic reviews. Great dinner selection. You definitely want to be here if you're in high society at all, or you're in the know. Please wear black tie.
Bear, you need to turn the car around. I have to change.
Yeah, me too. I'm wearing an armored vest right now.
Oh yeah, that's not gonna fly. So are you heading back to your apartment, or are you driving all the way back to the Barrens to then drive all the way back downtown? Because that's going to take quite some time.
Yeah, I should have a Trey Chic suit or two left at the apartment,
Okay.
and I'm pretty sure that some of Spider's clothes are still there because Otto showed up wearing a lady suit for some reason.
Yes, he did.
So yeah, we'll double back to the apartment.
Okay. It's only going to take a few minutes out of your time. You can get back there, get changed, and head back out on the road to make it to this swanky place. When you get there, there's already a line forming outside of the restaurant. There is valet parking as well.
I'll swing into the valet queue.
There's only 2 cars ahead of you. It actually moves pretty quickly. They don't say anything. They just wait for you to drive up, get out of the car. You hand over the keys to the valet, and he will hand you a ticket and then drive off into the lot.
Is there a maitre d' or security guy or anything with the line there?
There is like a podium, and there's a guy that's standing behind it.
And we were specifically invited to meet a guy.
You were specifically invited to meet someone, yes.
I'm going to check the letter again, scan for the guy's name.
You were here to meet a Mr. Esposito.
That's right, because that doesn't sound remotely sinister at all.
No, it doesn't. What are you talking about?
I'll go up to the podium.
Okay.
Mr. and Mrs. Kane, here for Mr. Esposito.
You see him like double tap his temple, and it looks like he's staring at you, but he's staring past you. And then a few seconds, yes, of course. Gestures for you to go inside.
Thank you very much, my good man.
All right, you guys will walk through basically 2 scanner devices. Do you have any concealed weapons on you that you're trying to bring into the establishment?
I have a permit for that.
Oh, do you?
I have my pistol.
Okay, you have your
Trying
pistol.
to, anyway, yes.
Okay. Are you also concealing a pistol?
Oh yeah. I mean, they're both permitted pistols.
Okay. To registered to who?
Mr. and Mrs. Kane. For
Okay.
our protection, we deal with expensive goods.
Uh-huh. All right. Well, here goes the scanner. The scanner does not ping your pistols that are concealed on your person. There is a open dinner floor that you can see. A few tables. Everybody is in very nice Trey Chic clothing, but a waiter is going to come up to you almost right after you walk through the scanners. Mr. and Mrs. Kane, yes?
Yes.
Mr. Esposito will see you in his private dining suite.
Excellent. Very good. Lead the way. We'll lead the way, my good man.
He'll take you up a set of side stairs to kind of wind up to this overlook that's in mirrored glass that looks out onto the dining area. You go through another door. This one has 2 what you can maybe determine as security guards that are standing outside. They look like waitstaff, but they don't move from the door. And they just kind of stare at you as you go through, and you're being led through by this waiter. You'll come into a large round table that's already set. There are 6 people that are already sitting there, and then 2 seats will be pulled out for you to join this group. You're the only ones in this whole big VIP room. You could house a decent-sized wedding party in here, and you're the only ones in here. You're seated, and then an elf starts talking from one side of the table, addressing you.
Is it the same voice as the person I spoke to on the phone?
No, this is somebody else.
Somebody else, okay.
Yeah. The best description that I have of him is he looks like an elf Dean Martin, and he has a full mustache goatee combo.
Did Loki have like a stepbrother or half brother we didn't know about?
Mr. Kane, Mrs. Kane, thank you. Have a seat. Please sit down.
I'll accept the invitation. I'm gonna kind of glance around the room.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a bar cart?
Oh, anything you want. What is it that you need?
Single malt. Older the better. I prefer mine of legal drinking age.
You just see him look around, kind of snap his fingers and point, and you didn't really notice them before, but there's 3 or 4 waiters that are just kind of standing off in the background, away, but close enough to the table that they could be given orders. And one of them just leaves.
As I'm kind of looking around,
Mhm.
taking note of all this, I'm just trying to get a sense for anybody else that might be hiding around the room like that.
Sure, roll perception. You don't see anything out of the ordinary past those waiters that were kind of in the background.
The shadow waiters.
The shadow waiters.
Who else is sitting around the table besides the one elf?
Besides the one elf that's speaking, there's 5 other guys. 3 of them are human. You've got 1 troll and then 1 more elf, and they're all in very nice suits.
Even the troll?
Even the troll.
I am probably staring at the troll. Like, don't think I've ever seen one in a Trey Chic outfit.
He just kind of gives you like a scowl kind of look when he notices that you're staring at him.
Does he have any visible jewelry or anything like a boutonniere, pocket watch chain, anything like that?
Which person?
The troll.
Oh, the troll? Yes, he's not buttoned up all the way. His shirt is actually open, and he's got some gold chains around his neck.
I'll lean over to him. Apologies. My wife was admiring your gold chains.
Yeah, he just kind of shakes his head approvingly, like. Looking around, you'll notice that some of the other ones have a couple rings on their fingers. But the troll's the only one that's kind of openly portraying any kind of excess jewelry.
My good man, I presume that you're the Mr. Esposito that summoned us here.
That is a very safe assumption, yes.
So please, do tell us, what is it we can do for you?
Oh, please, don't insult my hospitality. Food first, then we can talk. It's about hosting, my friend.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be a lovely meal. I'm just very interested in this obviously very fancy dinner party.
Oh, well, I spare no expense for people that become highly recommended like you.
Can I roll etiquette? I have a hunch that this is like a poor guy's idea of how rich people behave.
Okay.
And I'd like to roll etiquette because I feel like these guys are scum with a fresh coat of paint.
All right. What are you trying to like? Are you checking the dinner forks? Or
Yeah, are these guys like actually like movers and shakers, or are these like art thieves kind of thing? Like, obviously I won't know that they're art thieves, but like, are they like scumbag gangsters, or are they actually like high society types?
Just by once overing them, the Mr. Esposito seems on the up and up, like he's a high society type. The other 5 guys that are around him, though, a couple of them look like the part, and then the rest look like they're playing the part.
Do I smell black velvet cologne?
Maybe. Let's just say that at a few of them, you can definitely see the glistening of the hair as it's.
Oh yeah, you got to have the Vitalis.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Esposito is the troll?
No, Mr. Esposito
Okay.
is the elf that looks like Dean Martin.
The elf that looks like Dean Martin. Okay. And then
Yes.
there's troll, and then there's some humans, and then there's us.
There's
Around
one
the
more
table.
elf. One more elf. Yes.
Two elves
There's
and
2
humans.
elves.
Okay.
There's two elves. Yeah, there's 2 elves, 3 humans, and a troll. There's 6 altogether, and then you 2.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's the sense you get when you're once overing them, and he's
Okay.
telling you to just kind of wait and enjoy the meal that he's specifically brought you here for. And then we'll talk business.
That guy come back with my drink yet?
Yeah.
All right.
Roll perception. You didn't even notice the drink being placed next to you.
Again, shadow waiters, man.
I don't know if that's something to be concerned about, but yes, the drink has just materialized next to you almost.
Yeah, they got ninja waiters in this place. I'm very concerned, and I'm glad I have my gun.
Yes, ninja waiters. Ninja waiters.
I'm going to properly enjoy my drink, like nose it, swish it, kind of chew it around, make a big to do of like, I know what I'm doing here.
I mean, Mr. Esposito doesn't flinch at you doing any of this. He just has his wine glass and just takes a small sip.
Mr. Esposito, how exactly did you get our information? 'Cause we've been sort of in semi-retirement, enjoying the finer things in life. It was very surprising to get your letter.
Well, in my experience, people respond very quickly to written invitations.
That was very
It's
true.
too much flash and glam these days in matrixy online things, and you know what the kids do. But a written letter goes a long way.
It's truly a lost art form.
With someone so prestigious as yourselves, you don't just walk into retirement,
So I said semi,
Well, retirement is retirement in my business.
And what business would that be exactly?
The procurement of rare goods.
Ah. Good
As
business.
you can see, it's done very well for me.
Yes, it has.
It took me a while to get this the way it's supposed to be. Obviously, I didn't want to have you meet on a weekend when things really get exciting, and we got the live bands and everything. It's fantastic. You should definitely come by again another time. But this is serious. I actually have need of your services. They come highly recommended from very many well-to-do sources, we'll say that. I like to be informed, so that's why you're here. But, like I said, food and festivities first, then business. Please take a look at the menu that I have put together for us this evening. Order whatever you want. I will take care of it. Whatever you want, as much as you want.
What is on the menu?
He has a lovely seafood assortment as one menu item, heavy on the oysters. Then he has a couple traditional, like Sicilian dishes as well, all paired with different wines to complement them and everything like that. It's a full smorgasbord.
I'll go for the seafood. He mentioned oysters, and
Yes.
it would be kind of hard to get any soy into my oysters, so we're gonna go with that.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah. So he'll take the orders. It's more just polite conversation about how you're enjoying Seattle, how you're enjoying semi-retirement.
And we've actually done quite a bit of camping. Enjoying the great outdoors, what?
I don't do the outdoors myself. It's too open, you know. I enjoy the busyness of the city.
Well, that is certainly wonderful, but good, clean, fresh air, some nice fishing. It's wonderful. I caught a fish with only 3 eyes just last week.
Man knows how to fish, huh? He gets a round of laughs from the other 5 goons that are around him. Dinner goes through pretty swimmingly. It's delicious food. You have as much as you would like to drink and eat. And of course, if you want dessert, he has a dessert cart. And then wind down with espresso and coffee at the end. So, after this lovely meal that I have brought you here for, I have need of your services. I understand that you deal in rare and hard to find pieces of literature.
Well, yes, it could be literature, it could be furniture, it could be...
Well, in this case, it's literature. I need a book. Very, very hard to find book. And if you can bring me this book, I will pay you very handsomely for it.
What's the book?
Well, it's a first edition, you understand. So, can you ballpark me a figure to start with, and then we can maybe go from there? What do first editions usually run in your...
Well, it would depend on several factors. Is it a signed first edition? Are there any
No.
misprints?
I don't
How
think so.
old of a first edition is it?
Very old.
Are we talking about in the last 100 years or older than that?
I would put this somewhere in the time of the Middle Ages.
Indeed. It's not bound in human flesh and inked in human blood or anything, is it?
You know, I don't know. Maybe it is. That's for you to find out, I guess.
Well, what's the title of this book?
It's something in Latin. It's
The Libris Ex Mortis?
see, you're already familiar with it. That makes this so much easier. I have a vested interest in finding this book.
You understand that it doesn't exist, right? Well, or if it does, all copies have been burned, destroyed, or taken into private collection already.
That's why they said that you're very good at what you do. So you could
Indeed.
get me a copy of this book regardless of who or what owns it, yes?
I could, if aggressive negotiations were required to relieve said tome from...
I don't need to know how you get it. I just need to know that you can get it.
I could possibly do this for somewhere in the neighborhood of 100,000, considering it doesn't exist.
100,000. That is a large number to crunch. 100,000 new yen. And you'll bring me this book, regardless of who has it. You'll find it and bring it to me.
If a copy still exists.
Yes, of course. If a copy still exists. I do have it on fair authority that it does. Or at least one does. But I don't run in these circles. I'm just informed. So, you find me this book and you bring it back. 100,000. Signed right over to you. No questions asked, no ifs, ands, buts. Just book, money. Can't be an easier transaction than that.
That is usually how they go, yes.
Well, fantastic. Mr. Kane, this is a swimming interview that you're doing here. This is going so well. I would love for you to agree to get this book for me.
If it exists.
Mr. Kane, you seem like a very nice and knowledgeable person, so one more time, I would love for you to get this book for me. Can you do that? Yes or no? Don't say if it exists.
Yes, we should be able to acquire this book.
Ah, see, that's one. This is the guy. I told you. This is our guy.
Subvocal to Spider. If it exists.
Subvocal back to Bear. You really should negotiate for, additional pay if it's, I don't know, locked up in the arcology or something.
So, 100,000. How long you think it'll take?
Let's say I'll have a status report within the week. I can't guarantee I'll have it within the week, but I'll at least have a status report.
Status reports. I don't like status reports. I get lots of status reports. You know what status reports are?
In my experience, they're excuses, but in this case, it will be an actual status report.
They are like excuses, Mr. Kane. Oh, I don't like excuses. Just so we understand each other, though, I would very much like to demonstrate to you what happens to people that give me excuses too much and are wasting my time. You understand? I just want you to know what you're getting yourself into. You see him look off past you to one of the waiters, and you just hear his voice kind of change, and it rumbles out of him a little bit, and he just
come here.
And you watch those waiter just come over to his side, and he gets real close to him, and he whispers something in his ear, and you watch the waiter stiffen up, puff himself up, run backwards, turn around, run full speed, and dive through the mirrored window behind him, plummeting to the onlookers that are below. And you just hear screams, gasps, and a large crash.
Well, I think we'll be going now.
Very good, Mr. K. I will expect your status reports. Hopefully I won't get too many of them. To time frame this, it's kind of an issue. If you can get me this book within 2 months, I'll throw in an extra 50,000.
2 months.
2
Very
months.
good. Very good.
Mr. Kane, again, this is the guy. You got. Ah, man. Somebody is getting a raise around here. Mr. Kane, I hope you've enjoyed your evening. I've enjoyed your company, but I'm going to sadly have to ask you to vacate and depart. I do have other guests and business associates that I have to converse with. I hope you understand. This has been nothing but pleasure on this side of the table. I assure you.
Feeling is certainly mutual. Certainly mutual. Good evening. Thank you for a lovely meal.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. You know what? You're welcome. Anytime you want to come back and try everything else out. We have a whole different menu downstairs. I'll put your name on the books so you can come in whenever you feel like. Okay?
With that, I'll scoot away from the table, shake hands all around, and help Spider out of her seat. I'd like to take another glance around the room on our way out, looking for, any other shadow waiters or murderers.
You just had the 6 guys, including Mr. Esposito, that are in there, and then now there are 3 waiters instead of 4 that were standing off to the side.
I saw someone do that once before. Was that like what I think it is? That
Probably.
commanding voice thing?
It probably was.
Okay. That's deeply concerning. When we get the car
Well,
back, oh,
first,
we don't make it to the car.
You don't quite make it to the car yet. Oh, you were so close.
Trying to get out of here clean.
I know. Ah, man. So instead, as you're being escorted down the stairs from the VIP, and you can see the broken. He's not dead. The waiter isn't dead, but he's in quite a lot of pain. Limbs are definitely broken, and people are being scooted away. Glass is being cleaned up. There are other maitre d's out there that are trying to calm the crowd down. You're being escorted back down the stairs, and as you're being escorted down, you can see someone else is making their way up. And I'm going to need both of you to roll me a willpower test, please. So yeah, as you guys are passing on the stairs, going up, you can turn and make eye contact, and the sudden recognition on both of your faces as you pass each other is just...
I would like to say something snarky as we pass. Like just kind of like tip and good evening, Junior.
You're dead. Pointing at Spider. Just still kind of walking, but like pointing back at you. You're dead.
Shoot better next time.
I won't miss a second time.
I'll flick my jacket open discreetly, like with my back to the door, and just pop the strap on my pistol and kind of go, come on then. Still walking backwards, like I'm trying to set him off so he looks like the jerk here.
He just looks at both of you shaking his head. He's definitely fuming, angry, and you see him just turn away quickly and double tap his ear. You can both roll perception tests if you would like. Oh, well, you can hear him saying something as if he's talking on the phone, and your names are mentioned.
Have a lovely evening, Dorian. And then I'll head out into the night.
All right, you head out of the club.
We need to run.
Antarctica?
Hand the valet your ticket, or are you just running for the parking lot?
Well, I need to get the keys back. Is the valet stand there?
Yeah.
I would like to, like where you can typically see the keys hung up. I'd like to just grab my keys off of it. I'm not going to wait for the valet. I'm just going to grab my keys and leave the ticket.
Okay. Just snatch really quick.
I'll stealth it.
Okay. All right. You can grab a set of keys off.
Are they my keys?
You grabbed a set of keys. You did specifically try to say yours, but you're also trying to be stealthy and quickly grab keys. So yes.
Okay. I'll head to the parking lot and click the chirpy thing.
You hear a...
My car?
Doesn't sound like your car, but you did hear it.
All right. Well, we're committing Grand Theft Auto. Sorry.
Okay.
I mean, what's what's that really when you consider all the things we've already done? Like, it's just a little icing on the cake there. Stealing another car, it's fine.
I'm pretty sure ours has a tracking bug in it now, so we're gonna leave that there until we can scan it. So yeah, we're just gonna borrow somebody's ride. We'll dump it in Toursville or something. It's fine.
Okay. So you jump in this very swanky looking car. It's definitely a sports car.
It's not dwarf modded, is it?
Oh, how lucky do you feel?
Pretty lucky, and I am pretty tall for a dwarf.
You are very lucky. It is dwarf modded.
All right.
Random chance wins. Amazing.
Never tell me the odds. I'm gonna tear ass out of this parking lot. Like a sports car. Yeah.
Good thing, because as soon as you whip the car out of the lot, another car whips around the corner and starts beelining down the street.
I would like to make a rude hand gesture at that car.
Okay.
And then vehicle empathy, don't let me down. I'm gonna be making some crazy drive tests.
Yeah, go ahead and make me a crazy drive test.
I pull my pistol out of its holster and I get ready to roll down the window and do something ridiculous.
Is this a convertible by any chance?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say we put the top down. That'd be more exciting, but it's fine. It's fine.
Sorry, you got lucky on the dwarf mod.
No, it's better if it's not a convertible because my hair was down for dinner. So I just, no open top, please.
Please tell me it's a classic sports car, like a 1998 Miata.
No, it's a new age sports car. So you peel out, the other car whips around the corner and starts to match your speed as you both take off down the street. Please roll me another drive test. This one's not an open test to get you going. This one, please roll me against target number. It'd be target number 6 for you because you have the empathy. All right, he's still matching speed. He's not really gaining, but he's keeping the appropriate distance as you both are starting to weave through downtown Seattle traffic. My next question is, are you going to try and run side streets? Are you going to mostly keep on main streets? And are you going to ignore traffic laws?
Ignoring traffic laws.
Okay.
Going to stick to main streets because there may be, for now, I'm going to stick to main streets because there'll be more maneuverability.
Okay.
Presumably. And do I have time to take a glance around and see if there's any sort of like, I don't know, like a nitrous injector or any sort of modification since it's a sports car?
Yeah, you can do a quick look. There is a sports option to put it into, and there happens to be a little red button just underneath the gear. Like you pop the top of the gear shift and there's a red button.
We're doing it. Before I do it though, I'm going to call Korgath.
Okay.
And just say, he's back. We are being pursued, may need you. And I'll just ping him my current location.
Okay. And then on top of that, Spider, you can hear the of something hitting the car. And they're definitely not rocks.
Alrighty then. Does it look like this car has any type of ballistic armor on it, or are we just talking like sports car plastic? Probably.
Don't know.
Okay, good. So we're trusting Chance. Got it. All right, let's do this.
Spider, go ahead and roll your initiative.
Could I have had time to pop my reflex trigger? Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Like to pop my reflex trigger.
Bear, you're tearing off down one of the main streets. You're going to be trying to avoid cars. Are you hitting the button while you're in traffic, like still in busy streets?
I'm gonna engage sport mode first,
Okay.
and then if I have a green light coming up, I'm gonna hit the little red button.
Okay. And then my final question for you is, where are you going? Do you have a
Touristville.
destination in mind? Okay, going to Touristville.
Give the tourists a show, a real live car chase with a gunfight.
Yeah, because that doesn't happen every day, at least once in Seattle.
Only once? I'm shocked.
All right, so you're tearing off. They're keeping pace. Somebody is leaning out of the passenger side and is trying to spray your car with bullets. Spider, what would you like to do? As we'll start you off in this initiative pass.
I'm gonna brace myself backwards in the seat and shoot at the guy who's shooting at me.
Okay, just hanging out the car window, trying to do that.
That's what I'm going for.
Are you just shooting at him, or are you called shotting? What's?
I am just going to shoot at him, try to get him to just knock him. Maybe he's not expecting somebody to shoot back, so I'm trying to knock it, surprise him a little bit, and maybe he'll stop shooting for a second.
Just waiting for a moment for the cars to part a little bit, and then take your shot. It looks like it causes the guy to quickly duck back inside. So you have a chance to pull ahead or pull a maneuver if you want, Bear.
I would like to click the little red button and pull ahead.
Okay.
What if that's the ejector seat?
If it was an Aston Martin, I'd be concerned about that, but I think we're good.
Please roll me a drive test. You're looking for target number 10 now. And that is with your empathy. You tear off. You definitely feel the pull back in your seat when you hit it. Spider, you are pushed forward since you're bracing back.
Suddenly my back touches the dashboard and I'm concerned.
At least we're not in a tunnel, or I'd be on the ceiling right now.
Car flies. You take off down the street. You're definitely pulling away. In your rear view, you can see Spider, the guy that you caused to duck back inside the vehicle. Apparently now he's trying to come up through the sunroof of the pursuing vehicle, and looks like he's going to try and shoot at your tires.
Stop. Whatever you're doing, stop. Make it stop.
Well, apparently he did really well, as he meets just the one success that he needed. Bear, please make me another drive test. This one is at target number 12. You're able to still maintain control of the car as you feel your car kind of lurch to one side from the tire being shot at. It's still intact, but it may have a slight leak in it.
I would like to brake quickly, like insanely quickly, in the hopes that they will accelerate past us, like maybe they don't expect such a thing.
Okay.
And then we might both be able to then shoot at the car.
All right, so you want to pull a defensive driving test to have them try and shoot by you while they're pursuing after your car has already been mangled. So I'm going to need another 12 test, please. You are in luck, as they are not able to match your sudden maneuver. and they'll blow by you. Now I have to make like 3 more drive tests for the innocent bystanders that are around here. You do the quick stop maneuver. They blow past you into an intersection. 2 cars will then collide head on. And the other oncoming, where they're trying to turn to the side to screeching halt to try and circle back at you, they have to cut real hard and are sliding towards another car who then also cuts and slides, and they're just about to just kind of kiss doors. But 2 others just...
I would like to get out of this car and sprint towards the car that was chasing us so that I can empty my clip into the driver's seat.
So as you're doing the maneuver, you now would like to try and pull a... from the movie Red, where you just walk out of the car as it's spinning and walk towards just gun blazing. Jeez, seriously. All right, yeah.
Want athletics?
I do want athletics. Spider, what are you doing in this situation as you're seeing this unfold?
Yes, I'm waiting for the car to come to a stop. Then I am grabbing my gun and I am advancing through the intersection, trying to bust up its tires so that it cannot keep pursuing us. That's what I'm doing.
All right. There, you got 2 successes. Fantastic. So, these cars smash, the other 2 are screeching to a halt, kind of barely kissing, and as this happens, you've whipped your car kind of around into a stop, and you're using the momentum to then just step out of the car as it whips away from you, and you're full-on sprinting at the other car. Please roll me 1 more athletics to vault over the head-on crashed cars. You successfully vault over these 2 cars, and you vault over these 2 cars. You can see the pursuing car. Are you just gun out, just boom, 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 boom?
Empty the magazine.
So, how many rounds does your gun hold?
15.
Your first shot, you're just firing wildly.
Just
right?
disabling the car and hopefully hitting the people inside.
You're just firing into the driver's side?
Am I close enough to actually see the people in it?
You can make out an image of a person on the driver's side of the car. Yeah.
I'm gonna pepper down the door. Just hose down the door. I don't want to shoot through the window and possibly hit a bystander, but I figure if I aim for the door, I'll hit whoever's inside.
Maybe.
Perhaps.
Okay. It's a heavy pistol that you're using, right?
Yep, Ares Predator 3, smart linked.
Okay, so it's 2 shots per initiative pass, basically, in rapid succession. So your first shot, and you're just firing just at the door, nothing else. Your first shot's going to be at target number 4, and your second shot will be at target number 5 from the recoil. Spider, you have now seen Bear just step out of the car as it's still kind of maneuvering to a stop, and now he was full on sprinting and has leapt over the 2 crashed vehicles and is now just at the door. What would you like to do while he's doing this?
Walk as briskly as I can in my high heels and my very long dress.
Okay.
So there's the crash cars are in the way, right?
Yes.
Like there's the head-on collision, and then they're on the other side of the head-on collision.
Yes, that is correct.
I'm going to try to make my way like up to the other side of the intersection, like as quick as I can, so that I can actually get an eye on the other car.
Okay.
Right now, I probably can only see the top.
All right.
So
we're doing, while you're doing that.
I got a 3 and a 1 on those 2 shots, by the way.
Okay. I mean, you're hitting the door. Spider, please roll your reaction, and remember you are triggered right now. So as you're making your way up to the side street to kind of get a better view from the side, you can see that somebody is popping up out of the sunroof again, and they're swinging to aim at Bear with what looks like an SMG of some kind. But they're bringing it to Bear, but you're able to react faster than they are, so I'm giving you this opportunity to do one thing before Bear gets peppered.
Real quick.
Yes.
When they come out of the top, does it look like he's wearing a helmet of any kind?
No.
Cloud shot to the head.
Okie dokie. He goes up to start to unload at Bear while Bear's just unloading into the car door, and you shoot, and you definitely graze him in the back of the head enough that he panics and drops the submachine gun back into the car as he also ducks down.
Sub-vocal to Bear. Dude with a machine gun coming out the top, get out of there. It's time to run.
Bear, please fire at least one more shot into the car door. This one is at target number 7, as it's your third shot into the door.
Do I also need to roll willpower to disengage from combat?
Yes, you will also need to roll willpower to disengage. We'll do the shot into the door first, and then please roll willpower against your target number. I believe it's 8. Okay, so another round through the door. And now roll me your willpower test to try and disengage. This is target number 6 on willpower. Spider, your cries of "there's a guy with a submachine gun trying to come out of the sunroof" fall on deaf ears, as you can just see Bear is now kind of firmly planted his feet on the asphalt of the street and is just pulling the trigger of his gun over and over, firing into the door. What would you like to do?
Lone Star Tactics. How long do we have before they show up? Because there's an accident and there's gunfire, and I'm assuming it's populated area.
Yes, you're in downtown. So
Yes.
if you're in downtown, there's a car accident that's populated and there's gunfire. You can assume Lone Star will be around the corner in the next minute and a half. You've probably got 90 seconds.
I hope I don't end up getting shot when I try this. I'm going to run up to Bear and try to physically move him. Like, I'm just gonna my full body weight into him to push him out of the way, because we have to get out of here because Lone Star's coming. This is not our Bonnie and Clyde moment. Not right now.
Well, before you do that, you also will have to roll me a willpower 6 test, because you also are a combat monster. You guys get sucked into this thing, so
Double rage monster.
yeah, before you do this, that horrible goon that popped up out of the top, he tried to kill your husband.
Willpower is good for me. I got 1 success.
All right, you're able to shake it off. You're able to shake it off, and you can run in.
I'm just like barreling
You're just gonna try
into him, just to try to like forcibly push him away from the car and drag him.
and roll me your athletics against Bear. What's your body?
11.
Target number 11, please. This is what's going to happen. You're going to run into him and kind of just wrap your arms and try and push him forward, but he's planted. This is the bad part. Bear, you're single-mindedly focused into just firing into this door, into the driver's side, and now all of a sudden a shape has come into your peripheral and has tackled you and is trying to move you while you're in Rage Monster.
Hip toss. Just throw.
All right, please roll me your hand-to-hand. And Spider, you can roll your hand-to-hand.
I think hers is actually better than mine, so she might actually knock me down on this one.
This
I'm here
will
for
be hilarious.
Is that so? I have athletics and I have jujitsu.
You use your jujitsu, and you're both rolling target number 4s. So you have this shape that comes into your peripheral and tackles you, and you just try to hip check, throw it off as you single-mindedly continue to pull the trigger into the door. Spider, you won the combat. What were you trying to do? Just tackle him to the ground, or like sweep his legs out?
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna try the leg sweep.
Okay.
Well, the guy still has the gun on top. I don't want him on the
Well,
ground.
he dropped it back into
That's right.
the...
He dropped it back into the car, so we have a minute. So yeah, I'm gonna leg sweep, so he can look up and see me, and be like, "We gotta go."
So, Bear, you're suddenly looking up into the night sky, and you vaguely see this face that you recognize. Please roll me another willpower test at target number 6. Your vision stops being the red rage that it is, and you slowly kind of coalesce back into reality of Spider is over top of you yelling something at you.
Hey, dear, calm down. Stop yelling. We need to go. Lone Star's going to be here really soon.
I kick him a little as I help him up, like just right in the ribs. Like, yes, that's what I'm saying. We have to go.
Ditch those heels. We got to run. Or, actually, while I'm on the ground, can I just snap the heels off her shoes so they're flats?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do that. All right, let's run. Ditch the car.
All right. As you're running, both of you, please make me one reaction roll looking for target number 4s, please.
As I get up, because I know we are going to have to run very,
Yes,
very fast.
you can pop your reflex trigger.
Thank you.
I already knew where you were going. So you snap her heels off. You're getting ready to run. Both of you then get the sudden danger sense feeling, and you could both whip around at the same time and see that that guy once again is trying to come up out of the sunroof with the gun pointed at you.
Same time, pop him in the head.
Okay, you both want a called shot.
Let's just have our Boondock Saints moment.
Both of you will whip towards the sunroof again and fire off a round into this guy's head that is popping up again. And one of you definitely hits, as you can see his head snap back, and then you hear the thunk of him hitting the roof of the car as he slides back in. Also, coming out of your haze from your rage, you can hear that the horn is also now blaring. Like something is just on it, holding the horn down.
Oh, I don't want to leave fingerprints in this car, so I'd like to rip open the fuel tank, tear a piece of cloth, stuff it in, and light it, and then run.
Okay.
More of a diversion for us to escape to.
Uh-huh.
Wasting precious seconds.
Sure. You also will see other people fleeing and running, screaming as they watch you do this, because they know what happens. And now you guys are running in the panic of a mob of the intersection of everybody running in different directions. Where are you going?
Ducking down an alley first, and just as far away as fast as possible on foot.
So now you guys are just running with the crowd off in a direction, just trying to duck down an alleyway, and then what?
Do you want to double back to the restaurant and get our own car? I mean, we were traveling at a high rate of speed. It's probably blocks and blocks away.
I think we move a couple more alleyways and we ask for someone to come pick us up. Because who knows if those traffic cameras caught our face. We need to, not be...
That's a good point. I'll call Korgath again.
Okay.
And I'll keep him on the line while we're ducking down alleys, and then once we get somewhere that looks quieter, we'll just kind of hide in the shadows. until he shows up.
So it'll be just a few minutes after that, and just hiding in an alleyway behind a dumpster after having a lovely evening. This is where you're at. And then this large SUV just pulls up at the end of the alleyway, and you hear a gruff voice shout down the alleyway. If you're down there, you idiots better get in here. You can hear the familiar sound of the voice of your friend Korgath.
Diving in.
And he just pops open the back door, and you can both dive into his souped up truck. So yeah, you're able to dive into the SUV, and he'll immediately tear off out of there.
I'm going to reach up between the seats, clap him on the shoulder, and then turn on the stereo because I know he's got that good thrash metal.
You turn it on, and then he just immediately turns it off. You have no idea what is happening now, do you?
We had a lovely dinner. There were oysters. There was whiskey. There was a car chase and a gunfight.
Turns on the radio, and one of the big breaking stories that's going on the air right now is terrorist gunfight downtown. Socialites gone crazy?
This is going to be the third identity I've had to burn, so fun for me. Very excited about that.
Yeah, where are you having him take you?
Let's just go home.
All right, back to Asgard. I'll let you guys think about that and the repercussions of what just happened downtown and how everybody's going to react to that. This is going to be great. Yeah. Oh, and your nemesis now knows that you're alive. So
that wasn't me in downtown. That was another dwarf with skull tattoos.
Oh yes, of course. So many dwarves with skull tattoos.
This might be the thing that gets us kicked out of the cult. I actually, while we're driving back there, I don't think we should go straight back to Asgard. I think we need to spend the night in like a coffin motel, and we need to like tell them what happened, because I don't think that's smart. I don't think it's smart to go back right now. No, I don't think it's smart to go back.
So just head to a coffin motel to kind of
somewhere
wind down.
Close to the Barrens, and then
Sure.
When we get checked in, I will, we can send Korgath back, and then we can call Amaging and tell him what happened.
Okay. Then that's where we'll end, is you guys getting a lovely coffin motel to stay the night and recover. Luckily, nobody got wounded. Huh?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jessica Kane. My husband Winston and I are passionate about our philanthropy, volunteer work, and improving public safety for all Seattle residents. To that end, I'd like to take a moment to remind all motorists of a few important rules of the road. Always obey posted speed limits and traffic signals. Yield right-of-way to pedestrians and cyclists. It is never advisable to discharge firearms from a moving vehicle for any reason. Remain inside your vehicle while it is in motion. If you must exit the vehicle, please pull into the breakdown lane. If you are involved in a collision and there are no injuries, move vehicles out of the flow of traffic, and never flee the scene of an accident. The Kane Traffic Safety Foundation would like to thank our generous patrons for their continued support. For just 5 new yen a month, you too can join us in improving public safety, along with Manic, Flatty1 Gaming, Niles, Michael, Nathan, Martin, Computer Sam, Kyle, John, Tim, Anthony, Nicholas, The Best Mage, The Rogue 404, Bear Dub, and Crimson Gecko. Thank you, and good evening.
The Topps Company Inc. has sole ownership of the names, logo, artwork, marks, photographs, sound, audio, video, and or any proprietary materials used in connection with the game Shadowrun. The Topps Company Inc. is granted permission to Critical Hits to use such names, logos, artwork, photographs, sound, audio, video, and or any proprietary materials for promotional and informational purposes on its website, but does not endorse and is not affiliated with Critical Hits in any official capacity whatsoever.